Presentation of the following assignments for the students. Prepare a program for an informational meeting with local communities about relevance and potential benefits for hosting a geological repository for spent nuclear fuel. This presentation has been prepared and presented on June 17th, 2015. Group 8, Kaichi Dong, Chul-min Kim, Yong-Huem Zhou, Seung-Yun Oh, and Gustavo Pereira.
Hello everyone, we are Group 8 and we'd like to thank you for attending this informational meeting. My name is Seung-Jun Oh and I'd like to introduce my partners by themselves. I'm Seung-Jun Oh and I'm a physics student from University of Illinois.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Gustavo. I'm a nuclear engineering student at the University of Illinois in the United States.
Hello, I'm Yong-Huem Zhou. I'm from KAIST from Korea.
Hello, I'm Kaichi Dong from China. I'm studying KTH.
Hello, I'm Chul-min Kim from Korea KAIST and I live near a nuclear power plant and I'm a resident.
And we'd like to thank you for volunteering for the Geological Repository site. Thank you for volunteering. And before we talk about the benefits you'll get, I'd like to state why this matter is very important and how safe it is.
So since we have been benefited from nuclear power plant for 40 years, it's our responsibility to manage spent nuclear fuel in any manner. So it will be a great chance for your municipality, and it's not at all harmful if it is stored in a right manner, but you can have benefit for hosting it. And you can make a question at any time for these statements.
So before we talk about the benefits, we have to talk about the safety first, because safety is primary thing for us, for me and for you. And repository will have the multiple barrier system. So multiple means it has 5 barriers like fuel cladding, canister, buffer, backfill, and bedrocks. So, and each barriers has a safety function and integrity. For instance, copper canister, the 5 centimeter thickness copper canisters, we have planned for the totally 6,000 canister to disposal. We based on the calculation, 0.12 canisters fails in 100,000 years. If you have doubt with this, I highly recommend to visit the canister laboratory. In there, you can observe the pure copper and how we treat, how we make it, and how we evaluate the canisters. And also, the geological barrier is important. This is why the repository located under 500 meter. So the many experts are studying about it. That we consider on rock, soil, groundwater, fractures, glacier, earthquake, and microorganism. Do you know about the bacteria and some virus under 500 meters? I didn't know about it before this course, but anyway, we consider about these things. So, how harmful is it? For talk about the harmness, we have to study about scientific study about the dose. Dose is not difficult to understand. It's just a kind of indicator for describing health effect from radiation. So based on the calculation, from spent fuel repository, you will get the 0.01 less than 0.01 millisievert per year. So how harmful is it anyway? So let's compare with other sources. First, natural radiation. If you are living Korea, I mean South Korea, not North Korea, you get 0.4 millisievert per year from nature. It is 240 times of these dose, and I think you guys annually have some medical examination in hospital. For that from the chest X-ray, you get the 0.3 millisieverts from that. It's 3 times of this factor, and we also get radiation from the flight. I mean plane. 0.07 millisievert to I got already 0.07 millisievert to attend this meeting. So relatively, it is so tiny effect in comparison of the natural radiation, chest X-ray, and also the flight, which we never concerned about it. So so I have to answer about this possible question, which you really interested in and really concerned. Will the local river be polluted? Of course not. You can swim and you catch the fish in there. And can I continue grow fruit and vegetable in my garden, or cow? I mean, and yes, or of course you can continue grow them. And will my grandchildren be able to swim at the nearby beach in summer? Yes, of course. Like nowadays, your great-grandchildren will be able to enjoy the beach. And so, nevertheless, our goal is absolutely no health effect to you. So nevertheless, we can provide some benefit for you, for locals. This is our benefits.
Okay. If we wanna construct the geological repository, it's necessary to improve the fundamental transportation situation to convey spent nuclear fuels, and also to create convenience for instance, other relevant factories in order to support the repository. And so it requires to enhance the urban traffic conditions, and also after reforming the infrastructures, we will get a lot of benefits from that. For instance, it could make the locals' daily life more convenient, and avoid from wasting so much time on the road after improvement of the transportation conditions. And also, it could stimulate the local business and economy, since in general, the more convenient transportation condition is, the more competitive city will be. Therefore, following this way, we can attract more investment, and of course, the income we will increase the income for the public. With regard to the another benefit, corresponding to the constructing of the repository, we can build a science support center like NOVA in the city. So this way, we can create a big technology ecosystem and integrate the technical resources. After that, we can also get benefit from this this type of purpose. On the one hand, we can raise the city's popularity and promote the service industry, since there will be a lot of experts or researchers gathering here, and also more or less increase the population quality, maybe. On the other hand, it will increase in local employment rate and attract more talented students to work here. And also, afterwards, it can create more opportunities, for instance, to organize many activities like this for the local students to open their mind.
So you can receive many benefits, and additionally, with the construction of geological repositories, so there are many other facilities that should be made before we use actually the repository. So there should be the factories for bentonite concrete to fill the canister, and there should be the canister factory to make the canister, and there should be transportation company to transport the canisters and something to the actual repository, and there should be encapsulation facility to compose them all. So high skill and high educated jobs and high income jobs should be needed and will be created in this area. So we will make better education system in the area, and local workforce can be supplied in local industry. So you and your sons and daughters will be benefited.
Okay, so as my colleague said, there will be an abundance of high-income jobs that are going to be coming into the area, and in consequence, there's going to be a lot of entry-level jobs, lower skills maybe.
So all of this sounds very good, but it is meaningless if we cannot reach you. So how are we going to achieve it? First thing, we will set up a local information office. This is the office where we will host a regular informational meeting. Whenever there's any additional information that you guys need to know, we will hold it. And the door is always open. So if you have any question at any time, you can just come in and ask. Then we will give you an answer. And as the door is always open, you can come in even if you don't have a question. Just come in. And you will find someone you know in there and have a nice cup of coffee and have a chat. Next is a hotline connection. It is a phone call that you can make us to us. That anytime if you cannot reach our office. And this is very special hotline that it is only available to this community. So there will be always an expert to answer your local questions to you. And third one is a visiting informant. If you want more detailed information from the meeting, no problem. If you miss the meeting, it's fine. We will always bring the information to you if you are too busy or you simply just missed it. And when we are visiting you, we are not an inspector from property manager that just knock on the door and come in. We will let you know that we are visiting you just at least a day before we are visiting. And all this is, and besides this, we are trying to reach you in many different ways to communicate with you guys and ladies, to answer regarding any questions to the geological repository, because this is important. Sorry. And trust. Trust is one of the most important elements for building up any relationships between person to person, community and community to community. And one of the key essential element of building trust is respect. And respect is something not very hard. It is it is understanding. Understanding someone's right and understanding someone's freedom. And we would like to expand this respect not to person to person, but to local community. We like to respect your local democracy and your decisions. And along with communication, the communication is best method to enhance the respect and trust, and also maintaining those established respect and trust. And without a good communication, there will be no good respect. And without a good respect, there will be no good communication also. And transparency is one of the key thing that enhanced our trust. If I came here with a mask on and trying to sell you stuff, then probably you will not trust me because I hide my identity. And that is the same thing that goes to a geological repository. The nuclear energy is a green energy. It is very green. And we want to keep it green as it is. And if we don't let the geological repository as transparent as possible, then it's not green. If you add black, let's say not even black, just if we add green to the green, and if we add gray to the green, then it's not green at all. So transparency needs to be a new green to keep us this entire cycle to keep green.
So, nuclear fuel has their own life cycle, like us. They born from uranium ore, and they work in the nuclear power plant core. And this time, it's time to go to bed, but there's no bed for them. So, if the spent fuel repository is built in this city, this town, it means you support the back-end fuel cycle. It means you support the fuel cycle for the spent fuel. So we support your whole life cycle. For children, we focused on the education. For youth and the others, we focused on working or the work condition, the job opportunity. And also for old age, we focused on medical support. We have a plan to support the annual health medical examination or the kind of cancer center. So you support the back-end fuel cycle. It means we support your whole life cycle and also your further generation. Thank you.
Questions from the audience? Maybe some presidents, yes. No, you are.
Yes, my parents, they're living in the neighbor community, and my question is why they cannot attend also the meeting? Why it's so close? Why you do meetings and online connections only for the community that are for the people in the community where you are going to use the listening to
So correct me if I'm wrong. So your parents are living in the communities that is next to this Oskarshamn. And
it's not so far away, it's just maybe 10 kilometers?
10 kilometers?
To the border.
To the border. Actually, is that community also part of the municipality of the Oskarshamn? I'm asking, is so where the parents you are living in is also a part of municipality of Oskarshamn?
They are living in Kalmar, so it belongs to the Kalmar region. Okay.
He's smart. He's turning answer to the question. You know, the answer he's smart. Okay.
Okay.
But that's not a good strategy.
I know.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Our main idea was that we want to provide major support and access of information to the people who will be mostly affected by, well, not affected, but most involved in the construction of this repository. So I don't think that we'll be close to the like they can't attend the meetings or anything. It's just that our main focus would be to provide information and accessibility to the people who are directly being involved in the construction, as opposed to people who are nearby, but not meaning that they can't have access to the information as well. It's just that our main focus is the local people.
Any other questions? Okay, William, please.
All right, I enjoyed that, but like many presentations, you were really a little too technical at first, and again, terms like millisievert isn't going to mean much to the public. They're not going to know what milli could be somebody's aunt. I like the annual dose comparisons. I was wondering if you could have done that without the numbers, because just the relative size of the entries in the graphs would show that the repository is of no consequence. Don't be afraid to add more slides and more text, although I know you all were under the pressure of time here. Again, boil down technical terms. You use things like bentonite, and again, the public is not going to have any idea what that is. What I really liked, though, you were stressing communication and trust. You sounded very sincere. I was believing you, Sung. Even and I know you. And I thought you sounded very genuine, and I think that kind of approach is going to win the day. That's all.
That's the first time William believed you, by the way.
Now it's my turn to tell that. Yes, I agree with what William said as well. This is always the question: how much technical details can you add in this kind of a presentation? Well, it's really a matter of how you are using these technical terms in your presentation. One of my colleagues who wasn't joining was Leif Stenberg here in giving a lecture. Was Leif Stenberg giving a lecture?
Oh, yes, yes.
He did. He always uses the same slides, regardless of whom he is talking to, because he is able to tell what's on his slide in his own words. If he speaks to the geophysicists, he expresses himself in one way, and he can use exactly the same slide when he was talking to the local people during the site investigations. But he expressed it differently. So don't necessarily keep out the technical details, but be sure that you can express them in a way that the audience understand what it means. Would perhaps be the recommendation. Yes, please.
So for those shadings and how are you going to keep it contained and to make the locals like understand more, so we are going to use the example as a surströmming, because like we are going to keep contain the surströmming, like a canister will be a can, and the bentonite will be a like big ice cube where the can is located, and the bedrock will be a really put that ice cube into Antarctica. But it seems like surströmming has a very bad impression among the population and populace here, and none of my Swedish friends here do not like surströmming. So I was afraid. Oh, yes, I respect your choice. And so since none of my Swedish friends does not like it, so if I give an example as a surströmming, then everyone will instantly knows that, oh, this is a bad thing. We should keep it away from our local community. So, and we couldn't find good examples about it, and we don't want this local community to step back from us and decide to turn over their voluntary decision.
This is a very, very good example, because it might be the case. I don't know. I wasn't involved in the study site, preliminary study site investigations, but in the first ones in the upper part of Sweden. Those are the places where they really love surströmming, and perhaps someone made a good or bad example, putting it as surströmming, something that you should really be sure to have included in the can, because they always want to open the cans. I like surströmming as well. Yes. There are two of us.
Me too. You too? Yes. Okay. So give me, I have some comments, by the way. I like very much your slides, by the way. There was a nice slide with a simple question, you know, can our children can swim? This is really practical question. However, as a team, you were looking like one boss and the rest in the background. You know, you are a director here, visibly, and then Kaiichi, never keep your hands in the pockets when you talk to the people, because it looks like you are ignoring them. So do something, but never keep him like that. You know, this is not a good way. I also agree with Peter that actually having some real technical terms, it doesn't hurt if you are simple in explaining that. And you know, actually, Leif doesn't need any slides because he's explaining so well. And you know, and it was visibly that you thought about that, you know, with this picture about life cycle that you are. So that was a good kind of the, you know, imaginative way to the term. So some simplicity was very clear here. Some technical details were also clear. But that was not really a teamwork. It was a director with the associates. That was not really that teamwork. It was a director with the associates in that. Okay, but good job. Thank you.